Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconerizone live show. It's the match reaction to match day 2 in the Champions League, Juventus and Benfica. I'm Julian Gennady, going solo for today for now. Yeah, I I think I think a good portion of the fan base, before we get into the tactics and all that stuff, whatever happened during the game, match facts and all that stats, and obviously the press conference is going to come in a few minutes. Um, Before we get into any of that, was anyone shocked? What? This is a serious question. Was anyone actually shocked of what happened tonight? Okay, time out. I was shocked after the first 20 minutes, sure, but for the rest of the 70 minutes of the game, was anyone actually shocked at what happened? I didn't get to do a preview yesterday because I was out busy, but in our Discord group, in our chat, if you become a member, you get to become a member of the prediction league. Um, I predicted 2-1 Benfica. So in the prediction league, I would have got points. And I'm sure, and there was a couple other you, whoever's a member of our Discord chat, whatever, of Bianconeri Zone. There's 3 or 4 of you that actually selected 2-1 for Benfica. And no one actually gave you stick about it. No one said, hey, you're wrong, you're crazy. That was a very plausible prediction. 2-1 Benfica to win away to Juventus at home. This is where we've come. This is where we've fallen, and this is where we're at, where we're not shocked anymore of what has happened. Now, I was also gonna I was also gonna do something, but I think that would have rattled some people. I was gonna try and find a way to play the Europa League theme song before we started this video today, but I think we would have got like copyright or some shit. I don't know. But it would have been funny, a little reprieve and laughter at least. But this is just outrageously embarrassing. Um, I got people who talk about this sport with me who have no idea about the sport, and they're chirping me. And I can honestly say, listen, you're right. I have to take this head on. People who don't know anything about the sport are talking to me. Like the video if you haven't already. Like the video and let's console each other. But yeah, if you haven't heard already, we like Allegri out. Get the dude out. His only saving grace at this moment in time is that he doesn't have half his roster with him. Like we don't have, fair enough. We don't have Chiesa, Pogba, Di Maria, or we had half of Di Maria, Chiesa, whatever. The laundry list of injuries we have. But you can still have a philosophy and a style of play without top players. You can still have that with these players that he has at his. Are they good enough to do it? No, but at least we'll see a style of play. This tonight, the first 20 minutes, the style was pressure Benfica and be first to every ball, and it worked for 20 minutes. That's not style though. That's just the coaches or the energy of players. That's just the energy of the players. The first 20 minutes, they sought out and they did the first 20 minutes well, and then energy levels drop. There's no tactics. There's no coaching philosophy in this team. So yeah, you concede possession to very tidy players. Enzo Fernandez on their team is very good. Florentino is very good. Rafa is very good. And Neres made a mockery of our defense. If he had any final product, he did score, but if he had any like consistent final product, that's 5-1. That game. That game's 5-1 if Neres was as cool, calm, as collected consistently as he could be. I'm sorry that like credit to Benfica because they were miles ahead, and like I said, they probably could have went 5-1. So they're miles ahead of us. Good for them. They got some tidy players on that team, but their defense stinks. And there's no reason why we shouldn't have just kept pressing them. Keep going at them. I know I harp on Kostic a lot, but why can't Kostic just keep going at that Ba guy? That Ba guy sucks. Grimaldo sucks at defending. I don't think anyone was good on our team. Like, and I usually say that. I'm usually negative and pessimistic, but no one was good. No, don't even give me, Miretti was okay except for the penalty shot. Don't give me the, Paredes had a couple of good forward passes. Perrine, okay. Daniela, you're right. Perrine. Daniela Bucci, one of our members, makes a good point. Perrine was good. I don't think Bremer was good. I don't think Bremer was good. Bremer's not good today. I'm sorry. I don't think so. I disagree with a lot of people there. He was very clumsy. And then when he was strong with the ball, he gave it away. So I was praising him after the Spezia game for being composed and calm and collected when he won possession and in tight corners. I praised him. Today, complete opposite. Today was a complete opposite. Bremer was not good today. Bonucci, tire fire. He made 2 good tackles. But he was a tire fire the rest of the game. Danilo, what does he do besides tap his chest a bit and say we're Juventus? That's what Danilo does. Vlahovic, ghost. Touch of the wall. I'm going to keep saying it until he proves me wrong. Kostic, ghost, and when he doesn't touch the ball. Miretti, he was fine, but he's still young. He's still raw. Like, no one was good today. Quadrado, I don't even want to talk about Quadrado. Quadrado's man. And I get why, at this point in time, they're still starting. Because we have nobody. Justin's saying, my analysis of this game is Allegri is still a bum. Yep. I'm really excited for Sunday when we play Monza because Landucci is coaching and Quadrado cannot play. And also we are waiting. Like, I see some people waiting for comments from Allegri. I hope as he's doing his press release or press conference, I hope as he's speaking to the journalists, I hope someone goes and taps him like they have a subpoena in their hands and say, "Hey, this is your firing letter. You're fired. There you go." I hope someone does that to him because I've had enough. At this point, I'd rather Quadrado just not start. I'd rather just have, there's that Barbieri kid on the bench, play him. I don't care. I'm fed up with Quadrado. I'm fed up with Allegri and what we're trying to do here. Our midfielders are not, McKennie. Oh my God, I forgot about McKennie because he was so bad. McKennie pops up into spaces when we have some counterattacks or an advanced spaces. The dude does not pass to the right jersey. The dude does not pass to the right jersey. He passes to the opponent every single time. He could be in 5 yards of space. He could be 1 yard of space. And he's not going to get he's not going to pass the ball to our own team. And I get we have 4 fit midfielders at this point. We have 4 fit midfielders. It's McKennie, Fagioli, Moretti, Paredes. I get it. McKennie is going to be the starter because he's better than Fagioli. Because Fagioli isn't as good. Like at this point, Fagioli might make a good pass, but defensively horrible. McKennie's defensively horrible too. But Fagioli is a scrawny dude who can't compete. We're a shit team right now. We've been a shit team since the start of the season. We have 2 wins in 8 games. And again, I haven't even gone into the flow of the game yet. I haven't even said the stats yet. And this is just horrendous. I made a joke. Because the middle section of the of the stadium is empty. And I said, "Hey, Arriva Bene saying what Juventus fans are saying. Are you gonna pay for my ticket to go watch this shit in the middle? Exorbitant amount of prices? No. Why the hell would I want to go watch? Why would I want to pay 150 euro to 200 euros for one ticket to watch that shit? To watch that shit. That shit. So let's go through the game. I know we are like people keep talking to each other in the chat. There's so many people talking right now. I can't keep up right now. First half, first 20 minutes, we played well. Again, like I said, we didn't have a style of play. We just outworked and outcompeted Benfica for the first 20 minutes. And again, we didn't score an open play goal. We scored off a free kick set piece. So there's another goal that we scored, but it was off a set piece. No open play goals since, I don't know, when was the last time we scored an open play goal? I can't remember. Whoa, Fiorentina. When Kostic mishit a ball and it hit Milik's dick and went in. So again, first 20 minutes, outcompeted, outwon every ball. Good for us. Energy levels dropped. Benfica took hold of the game. They have a system. They pass the ball around well. Enzo Fernandez, Florentino, exceptional players, especially for their ages. Fernandez is going to leave Benfica for 65 million euros to somewhere, and you're going to be loving, or that team's going to be loving life whoever gets him. Enzo Fernandez dictated the game by playing through Rafa. Rafa was excellent because we gave him the time and space. Is that Paredes' fault? Kinda. Defensively, Paredes wasn't great. His reactions and ability to catch up play and break up play after that, it was okay, but he wasn't blocking off our back three. So Rafa pulled our pants down today for 70 minutes. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Neres destroyed Danilo, destroyed Kostic, destroyed that whatever left-hand side we had there. Every time Benfica had the ball in our half, I was scared. When was the last time we could say that? Like usually when we're grinding away games. Okay, I guess we could say last week against PSG. Okay, I get it. Against a team like this, when was the last time we were like scared and that we're gonna concede almost every time they have the ball? Because I was scared. Every time Benfica had the ball in our half, I was scared. That game could have easily been 5-1. It reminded me of the Villarreal game a bit. The second leg of at home when we lost 3-0. And the fact that from the 50th minute onwards, we didn't know what to do defensively. It's not even like we were counterattacking well and pushing for a goal to tie it. It's just we could not take care of the ball. I'll read the stats out now. And taking care of the ball right now, like I said, possession 56 for Benfica, 44 for Juventus at the Allianz Stadium. So at home, in a game that we had to win, we did barely have the ball. Expected goals 2.21 to 8.88. Yep, like I said, they should have scored way more. Total shots, they had 19 shots. We had 11. In our own home, again, in our own stadium. Big chances 3-1. Big chances missed 1-1. Accurate passes 448 to 360. We had 77% passing. That's horrendous. We need to take care of the ball. No one's capable of taking care of the ball on our team. Fouls committed, they 15-9, whatever, offsides. We had 4 offsides. That continues to be an issue as well. I'm not even saying, not the goal. De Chilio's offside when he crossed it into Vlavic's chest. DeCilio, buddy, you're on the edge of the line. You got to look over and see how far offside you are. Like, there's no one around you. Just take a look at the defensive line there. Back up a bit. Time your run. That dude's 30 years old. That's crazy. Okay, so and then Benfica had 11 corners. 11 corners to 4. So yeah, we want to get into detailed shots. So shots on target were 7-3. So Perrin did make 5 saves, and there's 3 or 4 actually big saves. So again, credit to Daniela for reminding me that Perrin was very good, because Perrin was very good. Did we even test Okum? I can't even say the guy's. I don't remember what the guy's name was. The Benfica goalie, the Greek guy. We had one shot from far away from Milik when it took a deflection and he did a weird save. And we scored a goal. And then Moisegin hit the post because he crossed the ball in. That's pretty much it. Boy, oh boy. Scroll through more stats. So remember how I said we out... Yeah, there you go. Mario Theophanis. Vlachodimos. I think my Greek is okay there. Vlachodimos. Cool. Defense, tackles 1, fit 16-7 for Benfica. Interceptions, we had 9-7. But again, when we have 9, that means we were defending most of the game. And we only had 2 more interceptions. Blocks were 5-5. Clearances 21-18. Keeper saves, we had 5, they had 2. Duels, this is a bad stat again. We got outworked from the 20th minute onward. Duels won 73-55. Ground duels 49-39. Aerial duels 24-16. And that's all in favor of Benfica. We got outworked from the 20th minute onwards. And you could tell that it was going to shit. And you could tell a goal was coming against in the first half. And then the cards were 4-3. Whatever. We won a stat. We won the stat in yellow cards 4-3. Maybe Allegri will turn into that and he'll say, good job, everybody. We're improving our yellow cards. At this point in time, we're just waiting for Allegri's press comments again. I don't expect him to say. We all excuse me. We all want him out. That's not true. We did a poll on Sunday after the Salernitana match, and we did a poll saying, "Do you want Allegri out?" And there was like 18% of you to 20% of you that said Allegri's still in. So there's still some portion of the fan base that wants Allegri to stay. Cool. You're in the minority here. Sorry. Like the video if you haven't already. Again, I saw Alejandro tweet. Like the video. So I'll like the video. We're at 45 likes only. Get them up. Yeah, it's not going well. It's not going well. And how do you stop the bleeding? Well, you stop the bleeding after Monza because we're going to have just time to not lose again. Or not win. So after Monza, we have 2 weeks off because of the international break. And then when the international break happens, you're going to see Vlahovic score for Serbia. You're going to see Di Maria score for Argentina. You're going to see all of the players on Juventus do well for their international teams. And then after that, they're going to come back to Juventus and stink up the joint again if Allegri's our coach. Which, again, he will be our coach. He's not getting fired today. Or tomorrow. Or Friday. Or Saturday. Or Sunday. This, again, all credit to Benfica. They played well. But this is a shit show at this club right now. This is a total shit show. I want to see... Does anyone know if... Oh, there's Alejandro liking his own tweets again. Alright, so we got Bonucci quotes right now. No, let's start with Marquisio, because Marquisio said something. Club legend Claudio Marquisio. Hanin saying any good German coach available. I'll say Tuchel. Because I think he's still a good coach, but I don't think Hanin means good coach. I said, on Monday we did a live. On Monday we did a live, and I said the name Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon. Of course, that's still, again, these are all dreams that we have. Just like everyone wants just like everyone wants Zidane, we're not getting Zidane. I want Ruben Amorim, we're not getting Ruben Amorim. That's just the reality of the situation. But this is what Claudio Marchisio had to say, one of our legends. Juve looks like a tired team physically and mentally. That's worrying. Claudio Marchisio said, Juve looks like a tired team physically and mentally. That is worrying. That is worrying. It's been 8 games. It's been 8 games. We have 2 wins. At this point in time, again, we have a lot of injuries, but we only had 3 injuries coming into the season. I would say only because that's a lot of injuries coming into the season. But we had 3 injuries coming into the season. It was Chiesa, who's coming off a torn ACL, so that makes sense. It was Pogba because they didn't treat his knee. He didn't treat his knee properly, and it was like Marley Ake or Kyle George, those 2 young kids who had bad injuries. That laundry list of injuries has continued, and it's been 8 games. What do we do at practice? I want some, like Romeo Agresti, Giovanni Albanese, and those dudes, those reporters, those Juventus specific reporters, Fabiano Della Valle, they go to practice and they watch. And they go and they comment on whatever happens. I want someone to go watch a practice that has an idea of how a good training session should be coached. And I want their input. I want like a third-party investigative service to go look at the practice. And I want them to go look at Man City's practice. Or someone like another good team's practice. I want to see the difference. And I'm not talking about the players. The way it's run. Justin, you're a private investigator. Go do that. I don't know if Justin's here. But I need an investigative company that has a little bit of intuition about football to go look at one training session and go look at ours. And spot the difference. You'll find a bunch because you can tell that there is no game plan in the final third. You can tell that there's 100% no game plan in the final third. And yes, the Juventus does a nice, like the club itself, they go on YouTube and they clip a nice 5-minute clip of what they did in training today, and they put it on YouTube for everyone to see. They do that, absolutely, 100%. And it looks good. They show all the goals. Training sessions are like an hour. Yeah, they play the ball wide, they cross it in, and there's no defenders defending them, so they score. Cool. What else do you do at practice? I don't understand. I don't. What else do we do at practice? Because it sure as hell ain't anything to do in the attacking third. Nothing. It sure ain't as hell building up from the back, because when we try to build up from the back, there is nothing. It is a pass out to the center back and long. It is a pass from Bremer to Bonucci to Danilo to Bonucci to Bremer long. And then when it does go long, it's Cuadrado heads the ball out of bounds. McKennie tries to take it down, nothing happens. Fabio Maretti's trying to break lines behind midfielders of the opposing team, can't find him. Philip Kostic hugging the touchline, giving it a lot of space and time for him to receive a pass. Can't find him. Or won't find him. When we do eventually get the ball past half, and we do have Milik collecting the ball, or we do have McKennie collecting the ball, McKennie doesn't know what to do with the ball. Milik's always going backwards. Vlahovic's touch goes that way. I would understand if this was an issue just against like PSG or Inter, or let's say, God forbid, we got Man City in a Champions League. I would understand if we struggled. um, but it's, and again, not discrediting Benfica because they were very good. They were very good. But you should handle Benfica, even with that team that we had on the field. Um, we should be beating Salernitana at home comfortably. Monza on Sunday, we're going to Monza. We're not gonna. We already know it's not gonna happen unless Landucci ball gives us another 4 goals. But you can't expect that. So again, the training methods have to change, and how does that change? Number one culprit's the head coach, but he's not going to be let go because he's got Agnelli's nudes on his phone or something. He's got Elkin's nudes on his phone. I don't care if I'm putting them down at this point. I can't stand it anymore. 3 or 4 years ago, we weren't the most attack-minded team, but we actually had a set plan and we had quality players that delivered that plan, and it was decent football to watch. Ever since Cristiano Ronaldo came to our team, we have played like absolute ass and crossed to Ronaldo and hope. And it's transformed into these 2 years of what the hell do we do? It's been just a steady decline, and if people say we're in our banter era, we are in our banter era. It's pretty obvious at this point. When you lose to, and this culminates from, again, 3 or 4 years ago, when you lose to Ajax, Lyon, Porto, Villarreal, and Benfica, you're not a top club. When you sell more players than you buy them for in the summer, you're not a top club. When you employ a coach that didn't coach for the 2 years he was fired for, and he didn't take any coaching lessons, and he just sat and went as a pundit and talked shit, you're not a top football club. So something's got to give, and it's not going to give. If we drop points to Monza, I hope whoever lives in Torino, there's 89 people in here. I don't know how many. There's probably not a lot of you that are from Torino or live close. Something's got to happen. So someone's got to go there and graffiti something. I don't know. Or chant, or what's it called? Boycott. It looks like we have been boycotting the middle of the pitch anyway when we're at home. Because this is horrendous. This is horrendous. Bonucci. We'll get to what he had to say after the game. Angry fans? Question mark. That's the first thing he says. That is fair. There's little to say. We lost the match we shouldn't have lost, and it's fair that we got booed, and I put my face on it as the captain. Good for you. Unfortunately, we go through this moment in which we struggle to do anything after the goal. So he's the captain. Do something about it. But he won't. He'll go tell João Mario not to celebrate or take the penalty how he did. He'll do that. He's a little bitch boy, Bonucci. He always has been. Justin and I pointed out numerous times that he is absolutely nothing without Chiellini. Nothing. He goes on to say, I am worried. There's nothing to hide. We often leave a game for, I don't know what the reason is, and that worries me. We struggle to be consistent. There's little to say. We just have to keep quiet, work, and move on. Yes, keep quiet, work, and move on. You said that. If you could go to every press conference he does, he says, keep quiet, work, and move on. What's that done? Nothing. And he's saying what the problem is. I think it's the situation that can be changed. We have so many players out and fatigue is setting in. Everyone is to blame and not the individual. Yeah, you're damn right everyone's to blame. Everyone's been shit. You included. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. But he goes on. He does blame not Benfica. He does blame fatigue a bit, which I don't like. So Allegri's press conference hasn't taken place yet. Prime Video saying Di Maria went and asked Milik why Allegri changed him. He doesn't understand it and let it be known. The players seem to not understand some of the choices. I didn't even get to that. The craziest part. That's the craziest part. Down 2-1. 65th minute. Milik and Kostic come off. Why? Why? The guy who scored a goal and has been scoring the goals, you take and our prime source of creation is crossing the ball in, you took him off. And I think, what was the substitution? We put Fagioli and De Sciglio in, I think. Yeah, there it is. Mario said for Mattia De Sciglio. Arkadiusz Milik. Oh yeah, Keane. That's right. Was it Keane and Mattia De Sciglio that came on? I think so. Yeah. For Milik, our best player right now, it's not bad to say, our best player is Arkadiusz Milik. Came off, 65th minute, for Moise Keane, who is dog shit. De Sciglio comes on for Filip Kostic, who is a defender. He did it again. He did it again. McKennie played 90 minutes. And again, we don't have many center midfielders, but still, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. It's just... Although, timeout, I do agree with taking out Moretti at the time because the next foul he did, he was going to get booked again and get sent off. I'm really interested to see what Allegri has to say about this game. Claudio Marchisio had another quote saying, "The players are at their own mercy, moving only individually." And that stems from what we do at practice. What the hell do we do at practice? Because everyone's standing still. If you watch other, I'm not even going to say top, like other teams that play good football, no one is standing still. Everyone's making runs in behind, diagonally. Everyone's making movement off the striker. Everyone's making, as a central midfielder, you're looking to play 1-2s. We don't do that. Di Maria kind of does that, but like that's individual. He's been doing it for 15 years professionally. It's not because he came to Juventus, he's all of a sudden doing 1-2s. No, he did that for his whole career. Our team is not doing that collectively. Collectively, as a unit, it is not good. And people saying they don't train in the final. I don't even think they train in the defensive third to build out. Again, I'm going to go back. I sound like a broken record again. From our goal kicks, we play short to Bremer or Bonucci, and then it swings around a couple times across our back, and then it goes long. What's the point? Kick it long in the first place if you're going to do that. By keeping it at the back a bit, you're allowing them to press you. If we're going to be a what's it called? I'm going to use Justin's American football analogy. If we're going to be a murder ball team, just kick the ball long and go chase it at this point. Don't fake playing out the back when we can't do it. Like, it's just clueless. They're clueless. They're clueless. They're clueless. Everyone involved. I don't like the players. Okay, I get it because they don't know what they're doing, so they are literally clueless. But I don't mean it in a bad way. But coaching's clueless. I don't know. There's not much else to say at this point. Okay, here's Arkadiusz Milik with a quote. "After 20 minutes, one cannot speak of a physical decline." This guy's real, by the way. This guy's a real guy. Like, He keeps it real all the time, and I love what he has to say after games. He's becoming like, I know it's been a month, and he's on loan. But Milik says, after 20 minutes, you cannot speak of a physical decline. So what does that mean then? Does that mean Allegri's saying don't push anymore? Because if the players don't feel physically, if the players are saying that you should not be physically declining after 20 minutes, then that's a coaching issue again. Because then that means the coach is saying, stop doing what you're doing, relax a bit. So we gotta look into that a little bit more, because that could be a quote that's taken in two ways here. My goodness. I saw my mom in the chat. Sorry, Mom. I was swearing a bit. My bad. Anyway, we got 100 people in here. Like the video, please. It's a bad loss. Danielle is saying Allegri's still in the locker room. Okay, I'll ask you this. After he's done in the locker room, are you gonna say, or do you think he's gonna say, I congratulated the boys, they did well physically? Or is he gonna say, I ripped into them? What's he gonna say this time? Let's play the bingo game. Let's play bingo. If you have, he's gonna say that we did well for the first 20 minutes, but then we sucked, you win, because that's what he's gonna say. If I see anything about like Quadrado did well, this guy did well, that guy did well, when they clearly didn't do well. So, like, again, if you live near that stadium, you got to go do something about it. Thomas Yakubuchi saying, technically, we were not very strong. Yeah, you could probably copy and paste that. Yep, he probably is going to say that. Oh, my goodness. We lost to Benfica, guys. That's bad. Again, no disrespect to them, but a team like Juventus should be winning this game. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Timeout. What am I reading here? I'm reading some weird things on Twitter. I don't know. I can't corroborate them. I don't think it actually happened. I think people are bullshitting me. But they're saying that Allegri got fired, but he didn't. I don't think he did. Let's not do that yet. Let's not do that yet. If you want proper news, go follow bianconerizonechannel on Twitter. If you have Twitter. But, yeah. The whole club's in shambles right now. From the stadium not being packed, the players, the coaching, just, this reminds me of what Milan went through when they were like 7th place for 6 years in a row. Hanin saying, he'll say, we did well, but then we should have taken the 1-0 to halftime, but the penalty happened because of Moretti's error. We should manage parts of the game better. You probably hit it on the head there. Oh my goodness, too funny. But again, 2 wins, 8 games. Haven't lost in the league though. Only 4 points back at first. Oh my goodness. I also want okay, there's 107 people in here. And I know I'm rambling a bit. But what, out of these 107 or 108 people in here, in the comments, please say if you're Allegri in, if you're a Juventus fan. Because I know some people are watching and they're trolls right now. I know that. But if you're a Juventus fan and you still want Allegri in, I want to know why. And if it's because his players or his best players aren't fit, I don't accept that. Actually, you know what? Just put in Allegri out. Put in Allegri out in our chat. Just do it. Yeah, just do it. Just put it, keep flooding them in, and then maybe we'll screenshot that, and then we'll do something with that. Sky Sports saying, despite some players talking to the media, Allegri hasn't left the locker room yet. Maybe he's been again. Maybe he was handed his out papers, his firing papers. What's it called? Severance pay, severance package. Oh my goodness, it'd be great news if that guy got fired. This is from Opta Paolo. Juventus have lost each of their first 2 group stage games of the Champions League in the campaign for the first time ever. So for the first time in Juventus' existence in the Champions League, we've lost our first 2 games. Good. Good stuff, guys. 69 likes. Nice. Keep liking the video. Keep liking the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to like the video. And Stephanie makes a great point. Just accept the L, and in this case, the L is the financial loss here, and fire the guy. I'm sure Mr. Elkin at Exor has enough money to just take a side and say, hey, sorry, bud, you're out. This is... And people saying if Allegri terminates his contract, he's not terminating his contract. The dude's got 2.5 more years, making $9 million plus. He ain't taking a pay cut, or he's not resigning. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's read what Allegri had to say if he's talking right now. Yep, he's talking right now. Okay, so he says. This is Allegri via some guy on Twitter. A good 20 minutes. We had chances to make it 2-0. We had one chance to make it 2-0, and that was the cross from Moretti across the goal that no one was at the back post for. So we didn't have chances. We had a chance, which was tough in its own right. Then there was the penalty against us that took our legs away. No. Our legs were gone after 20 minutes. So he just contradicted himself there. He's got to go. I'm sorry. Even in these press conferences, he's lying. He's lying worse than he has before. He doesn't even remember the game right. Antonelli is saying Exor is not Juve. Yeah, but the guy who owned, it's the same shit. Juventus is a subsidiary of Exor at this point. He can just take money and say peace. But again, he said, then there was the penalty against us that took our legs away. Our legs were gone after 20 minutes. So he lied. Again, this is worse than saying Keane was good. That's worse than saying Keane was good. Because if he said Keane was, not this game, in the games prior, I think against Salernitana. If he said Keane was good during that game, it's like, okay, you don't want to put the team down. Or you don't want to put the player down. And that's fine. I get it. But this is a lie of what happened in the game. And then he has the audacity to tell a reporter last game saying, you don't watch the games. Or sorry, you don't see the games. I see the games. But now he's pulling this stuff. He's a joker. He's a joker. He's worse than Luca Bonti from Sunday. I love Thomas Jacobucci bringing up the Canadian references. It's really funny. Max Allegri is the same as Justin Trudeau. Liars. Oh my goodness. Okay, what else is going on here? What else did he say? Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. He goes on to say, it's difficult to explain in football. It's difficult to explain. We can only say that after 2-1, the game was practically over. We risked 3-1 and 4-1. Okay, so he understood that. He didn't lie there. Good for you. We had a chance at the end, but the performance was always the same. At this moment, it's useless to talk and give explanations. We just have to keep quiet, work, and think about the next game. So Bonucci and Allegri said the exact same thing. I have already told the team that these moments in football happen. They have already happened, and they will happen again. But we have to come out of them as a team with great responsibility from each of us. A good team doesn't do this, doesn't go through these spells. We have 2 wins in 8 games. A good team, like Manchester City, they'll lose a game, they'll be pissed off, and rinse the next game 5-0. A good team will not have a run of form like this. We're a joke right now. He says on Sunday we have a difficult league game on Sunday against Monza, bottom of the league. They just fired their coach. On Sunday we have a difficult league game, and then after that we'll think about the Champions League. Why? We're done. We're done after Sunday for the international break. The Champions League is complicated, but all is not lost. You got to go to Benfica, you got to beat PSG, and you got to hope to God you beat Maccabi twice. You can't drop any more points in the Champions League now. Like, you have to go and beat PSG now. This is outrageous. This guy's a joker. And again, I know he can't say Champions League's done. Or also really, like, I will really say, dude, you're fired. Dominic saying, what should he say? My tactics are shite. I've lost the dressing room and I'm a dinosaur in the modern game. That's a good point. What should he say? Say, this one's on me. Once in his life, say, this one's on me. Why hasn't he never done that yet? Is it the collective's fault or his fault? Like, just say one time. I would like to hear him say, "Hey, this one's on me." Maybe we'll give him more respect at this point. I consider our Champions League campaign over, by the way. I know I shouldn't, but nothing gives me any inclination that we're going to get out of this. We're not. If this was Juventus of 2-3 years ago, or 4 years ago, by the way, we wouldn't be 0-2. But if this was Juventus 4 years ago, and we went 0-2, I'd say, okay, give us a sec, relax. But this ain't the same idea. This ain't the same club. This ain't the same club. So, obviously, he shouldn't say the Champions League's over, but as fans, I think we have to understand what's going on here. I think we're done. Oh, here we go. Oh, maybe he did take... Oh, what do you say here? I have nothing to criticize the team for. I understand the difficulties on a psychological level. In these moments, you concede a penalty, and on a psychological level, it changes the... He is going off of this penalty. I don't believe it. I'll read it again. I have nothing to criticize the team for. I understand the difficulties on a psychological level. In these moments, you concede a penalty, and on a psychological level, it changes the game. Firstly, it was a penalty. That's fine. It is what it is. Moretti, young kid, screwed up. Move on. So it's 1-1. There's no reason why your mentality your psychological level drops. Why? There's no reason for it. Halftime happened. You could have talked to them and came out better in the second half. You could have done something about their psychological levels. But you didn't, obviously. 1-1 going into the break, not the end of the world. The way at the end of the half, we played horribly. No question about it. But if he's saying the psychological level killed us after the penalty, you had a 15-minute break to talk to the players about it. You had 15 minutes to address what you just complained about. That's on you. He goes on to say, we don't have to be worried. You don't have to think you have to work. Huh? Move on from that, because I don't get it. He's saying the most difficult moment at Juventus, also because it's the first time my team has lost twice in the Champions League. So it's never happened before, but this also happens. Yes, but again, just do something. You should have done something about that before the game. It's just I need Nico Scherer to say the dude's fired. That's what I need to do at this point. Del Piero spoke as well, but let's see. Hold on, my dog's bark. My dog's pissed because he's barking up a storm right now. He's pissed that Juventus suck and Milik sucks, or not Milik. Allegri sucks. I said Milik because I read something on my phone that said Milik because Milik talked again. But yeah, this is Allegri's worst moment in his Juventus career. He has 2 wins in 8 games. We're not playing well. We're conceding goals left and right now. Ever since we started well in Serie A defensively, we've been conceding goals left and right. What's that now? I think we conceded 6 goals in 3 games, so 2 goals each in the last 3 games. Somebody's saying about a different channel. I can't comment on what other people do with their channels. I can't comment on that. But I think all 3 of us here at this channel are Allegri out. I think us at this channel don't care if he gets fired. He's done. I'm done with him at least. Milik talked more. So our guy Milik saying we deserve to lose today. Good for him. Intensity problem, maybe not, but but not after 20 minutes. So it's a redo on what he said before. At the end of the day, results matter. At the end of the day, he has a team that he put out tonight that he should have won with. Or at least done better on the pitch with than what I've seen tonight. Milik, Vlahovic, Paredes, Bremer, Kostic, these players are good enough to win that game. You saw in the first 20 minutes. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry. Dog was really mad. Where's my train of thought here? Oh, about Allegri. Classic. We had the players capable of getting a result tonight. If we just tried to play football. That's it. That's all that matters. You try and play the game that you're playing, and you'll win. Or you'll do better than what we did tonight. It's not hard. Against PSG, sure, results will happen. Even if you play your best game ever, like I said, you might lose to PSG just because of what they have. Same with if you play Man City, same if you play other like Real Madrid. Sure, I get it. Bayern Munich. But against a team like Benfica, and again, credit to them. I'm not saying taking anything away from them. There is no reason to lose that game in the manner that we did. It could have been 5-1. People saying that they feel bad for Vlahovic. Sure, I get it. But at the same time, do better yourself. If you a fan feels bad for Vlahovic, can you honestly say that he does everything he needs to do when he's on the field? He is kind of part of the problem. He is kind of part of the problem himself, because what you need to do for this club and this coach, because if you're not helping out the coach, you're not helping yourself out either. But he needs to play better with his back to goal. His passes need to be better, and his involvement needs to be better. He can run the channels just as much as Milik does. He can. He just does. He doesn't do it. I think the coach has lost the room with some of these players. No one's going to admit it right now because it's not like Serie A isn't decided yet. That's the thing. So I don't think the room is lost yet. At least I don't think a good chunk of the room is lost yet. But I do think some players are tuning him out. I think I have to believe that. I have to believe that some players are tuning him out. Looks like people were gifted memberships here. So our Alejandro gifted memberships. Daniela saying, in hindsight, if you could go back and reverse the January Vlahovic deal, would you? Meaning more money for this past window. No, I'd still take Vlahovic. I think in pretty much every sport or club team, the players last longer than the coach. If shit hits the fan for a club team, or for any sports team, the coach is most likely the first one gone. So give me Vlahovic all day, because essentially that's the point it's on. That's where we're at right now. It was either Allegri or Vlahovic at this point, because Allegri's gone before Vlahovic is gone, in my opinion. I could be wrong. And yes, you can look at it as, we can sell Vlahovic for 60 million, 70 million, or whatever, and then you don't have to fire Allegri. If we're doing that, then that's crazy. Then that means we're strictly a business. And we're only thinking about finances. But I think the coach is going to leave before our best players start to leave. And I think that's like any sport or club team as well, in the top 4 sports in the world. Like in hockey, for example, I know in Detroit, for the Red Wings, Dylan Larkin didn't want to sign a long-term extension. Dylan Larkin's the best player in Detroit, and Detroit fired their coach, and he's thinking, I'm staying long-term now. That's the kind of influence a coach has. If Dusan Vlahovic probably thinks about wanting to leave, Allegri's got to go. I'm sorry. That's how normal sports teams work. I do not think. I don't know if Juventus are going to act like that. I really hope they do, but I don't know. Is there anything else from Fallout? Oh, there is. So Milik went on to, he continued to talk. Milik is saying, it is not a good moment for the team, but we have to accept it in a positive way and work harder, be meaner, give more on the pitch and in training, take responsibility for what is happening, and give everything to move forward. I like this guy. Nobody else is saying be meaner, work hard, or they say put in the work. They don't say work harder. So Milik saying be meaner, give more in training, take responsibility. I like this guy. I'm always optimistic. We have to stay focused on our work, put our heads to the task, and try to turn the situation around. We need points in both Champions League and Serie A. Good. And finally, Allegri's last comment, I believe, I guess according to the Bianconeri Zone. At this moment, there's only silence. Do I feel more part of the problem or part of the solution? He's saying the solution because I have to find the solution. Shut up. Cancel it. Like, I don't want to hear him anymore. That's a shit question to ask. Are you part of the problem or part of the solution? What's he gonna say? I'm the problem. Like, crazy. Someone should. I don't know if somebody. I saw something in the chat. Chat's going by too quick. Keep chatting, guys. By the way, keep chatting away. I'll get to some of the comments if I can, but I will read super chats, 100%. But this is an absolute shite show. I want someone to ask him, do you think your job is safe? I don't know if anyone did ask that. I don't know if he answered that, but I want someone to ask him, do you think your job is safe? And I would love for him to answer truthfully. But he wouldn't. So, and now it's been, they did ask that. Okay. What was the answer? I don't have that quote. Sorry. Apparently, he said yes. What? Sorry. What was his answer to that? What was his answer to? Do you think your job is on? Oh, so Permesta saying, "My job is at risk?" Question mark. No, I don't think it at all. Dude, have some shame. Have some absolute shame, brother. I was told to check a Romano tweet. Or maybe Romeo. Oh, Romeo Agresti. So Romeo Agresti tweets. Right now we have to. Oh, what the hell? I already read these. Oh yeah, he said I don't feel at risk at all. It's sad that he doesn't feel at risk. Doesn't it? Does like that? I wish I had that job security. I wish I could shit the bed for a year and a half and say, "Yeah, you're okay. Keep doing you, buddy. Keep plugging away." A year and a half of failure, but you get to keep your job. That's yeah. I want that job security. I'm sure everyone does. There's gonna be so many things on social media now that's gonna say, "Hey, this thing happened, that thing happened." Um, and now I just see another quote from Allegri. I knew when I came back that it would take time to rebuild anyway. Unfortunately, I didn't think we would lose 2 games in a row at this time. After 9 years of winning, it is difficult to keep winning in 1 year. We all know that. He's a liar because he was a pundit during Pirlo's season as a coach. And as a pundit, he said he could do a better job with that team than Pirlo could. So he lied again. He lied again. So again, he lies at his job. He says he doesn't feel under pressure at all, even though he's doing shit. What a good situation for him. Shit situation for everyone around, but good situation for him. Angel, so Di Maria did a half a training session with the team. He has to find fitness. Then I took off Milik and put in Di Maria. Not in optimal condition. We were suffering, and I had to take off Vlahovic or Milik. You didn't have to do that at all. You're chasing a game. Go score a goal. Go score. Like put Di Maria with Vlahovic and Milik. I don't just do it. I just do. What other coach would take off the goal scorer and your best striker at the what coach does that? What coach would do that? Imagine down a goal. So let's get us. I'm not going to compare Vlahovic to or Milik to Benzema or Haaland. Who can I? Who's a realistic comparison? Hard to go off the top of my head. If Arsenal are down to are losing 2-1 to Benfica, are they taking off Gabriel Jesus or Bukayo Saka? No. And they're trying to take him off for another player to come on. No, attacking player. Nunez. Let's say Liverpool. Nah, they probably would because Nunez is not good right now. Let's say Arsenal. So Gabriel Jesus and Bukayo Saka are on the field and they're down 2-1 to Benfica and they want to bring on one of their other players, attacking players. No way. No way is Arteta doing that. And Arteta sucks as a coach. But there's no way he's doing that. So what's Allegri doing? It just doesn't make sense to me. Nothing he does makes sense. If we can get 13 more likes in here, maybe Allegri's fired by after Monza. But then if he's fired after Monza, something catastrophic must have happened. Actually, he can't get fired after Monza because he's not coaching against Monza because he's suspended. At this point in time, I think any coach, and I truly mean this, if a coach replaced Max Allegri at this point, I think any coach would get a succession of wins to start their Juventus career at this moment in time. He does that, or I say that because you always get a boost. You always get a coaching after a coaching change. Um, and with these players, something is salvageable. Because again, the players on paper on this team can win Serie A, can beat Benfica. The players on this team could do that on paper. Now, everything else behind the scenes, I have no idea. I and players growing up now, like when you're what, 16, 17 years old. So like a guy like Moretti, does he want to play this type of football? Like he's going to because he wants to make it at Juventus because he loves the club or whatever. But does he really want to play this? He's growing up in an era where it's all about modernized, fast attacking football. Does he want to do that? Does Dusan Vlahovic, like I get he wanted to come to Juventus, but I don't think he knew what kind of scenario he was getting himself into. Bubby, you want to come up here? Okay. All right. Booze in. What kind of scenario did Vlahovic think he was getting himself into in January? Why does he want to come here? Because he probably thought it would be a little bit better than it would be better than Fiorentina, the way we play, blah blah blah. It's not. No young player wants to play this kind of football. I'm convinced of that because I coach. I coach 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and I asked him. I asked him before I took over the team, what kind of style do you want to play? What kind of style do you want to play? And they all say fast, direct style of football and modern. And these are Canadian kids that aren't going anywhere. If you're someone's watching, sorry. But these are kids that are probably going to university at best, not pro. It's crazy to me that like it's not crazy actually. Is it is it a shock that we signed 6 players age 28 or over? Is it a shock that we like? And this has to do with finances as well, but we signed Bremer because he wanted to play in the Champions League, and he's 25 years old. Fine, whatever. The one young player we got loaned out. What other young players were we trying to get, and what other players were we linked to that wanted to come, knowing that Allegri was our coach, seeing what we've done? And I'm not trying to be, and again, I am not Diaper FC. I'm not saying start young kids only, this will get us out of it. I'm not saying that one bit. um, I'm saying if you want to attract a guy, if you want to attract a guy like, let's say, Enzo Fernandez, who plays for Benfica, who just did we put on a display for him to want to come to a club like ours? Hell no. Enzo Fernandez will never want to come to Juventus as Allegri's the coach. Hell no. Enzo Fernandez's top 3 clubs on his list are probably Man City, probably Real Madrid because everyone wants to go to Real Madrid, but Man City and another fast-flowing team, Bayern Munich, or even Barcelona. everyone's on the Allegri is a dinosaur stage of their Twitter lives or their social media lives, or even just their life. Allegri out, dinosaur, he sucks. But it's starting to come to fruition. Like, it's not starting, it's there. He blows. And it's now a time of, when do you start questioning Agnelli? I didn't say blaming, I say questioning. When do you start questioning Agnelli for keeping Allegri on this long? The longer it goes, the worse it's going to get. That's just easy. Also, how will everybody feel when Pogba eventually returns, when Chiesa eventually returns, when Di Maria eventually returns to full fitness, Locatelli? When those guys return and we have a whole complement of players that we have, no injuries, and we start winning a couple of games in a row, are we still going to be Allegri out? Are we still going to be Allegri out when Chiesa, Pogba, Di Maria come? And we win games, but it's still kind of the same way we're playing. Are we still Allegri out? I will still be Allegri out because we know that it's not sustainable. We need 6 more likes, people. Get 6 more likes, and then I'll stop venting. Khalid saying, dude, even if Chiesa and Pogba come back, you have a much better result with another coach. I understand. I'm asking like Agnelli that question. Because I don't think he fires the coach. I don't think he's firing the coach if Chiesa and Pogba come back and we win the game 2-0 and they get their individual brilliance. And they do individual brilliance and we win the game. Niraj is saying Pogba's toxic. He is not toxic. That whole witchcraft story, his brother's in jail now, so that was actually true what happened. So that's another thing. That's another circus outside the field, but that's not Pogba's fault. That's not Paul Pogba's fault. What is his fault is he chose to not get surgery. But he only screwed himself in the end because he's not going to the World Cup. Screwed us too, but he screwed himself more. At the end of the day, and I hope Alejandro is making a video of a reaction to this. I really hope he's doing that because for the first time in a while, he texted our individual group chat twice, and usually he like 2 times in the match. Usually he's texting us constantly, but at this point in time, this game he tweeted or he texted us twice. I see 3 thumbs down. Whatever. If you don't like this, if you don't like we're talking about real stuff here, and that's that. But I'm gonna leave it off on that. Actually, can we get 2 more likes quick? There you go. We got him. I'm gonna end it on that though. Follow bianconerizone at bianconerizone on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It is 6:15 where I am. I need to go eat lunch or dinner because this is horrible. This is pathetic. We'll be on a live tomorrow. Check out Alejandro's match reaction tomorrow or tonight, later tonight. Follow myself at Gennady151. Follow our Twitter account to see if Allegri does. This is really hopeful. Does get fired, but he needs to go. We got a super chat from Joseph Carballo, one of our members. It's just a super chat. He didn't really say anything, but I get it. So thank you. Stay tuned for all of our stuff. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Stay tuned for Sunday against Monza. But until then, ciao everybody. Forza Juve.